Coming up in the morning edition, police officers awarded. Today is election day at the Progressive Liberal Party convention, and let's go catch some feelings. Rise and shine. It is finally the weekend. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning edition. I'm Keishla Adderley. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. We want to remind you that today's the final day for our Independence Q-In. You know what to do. Call our Charles Fisher at 502-3880 with 5 clues from this week. And of course, you'll be spending the weekend at the Comfort Suites if you get that call in first. Now let's check in to see what the weather is shaping up to be like this weekend. We check in with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean for the Bank of the Bahamas Weather Report. This weather report is sponsored by Bank of the Bahamas, the bank of solutions.
Good morning, Keisha. Our tower cam showing just a few patchy clouds overlooking the eastern portion of New Providence. And as we go to our satellite picture, we continue to have that little troughing over the central Bahamas, which will continue to fire up showers and thunderstorms in that part of the island. The troughing over the northwest Bahamas lifting a bit, so you'll see a little bit of clearing today, but 1 or 2 showers will still be in the mix. We'll tell you all about that later in the newscast. But outside of our studios, we have partly cloudy skies, temperature at 79 degrees, relative humidity 88%, south-southeast winds at 5 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,018.4 millibars at 30.10 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the islands this morning: Marsh Harbor, Abaco at 83, 82 in Green Atoll, Key, Freeport at 82, the Berry Islands 83, Alistown, Bimini 83 degrees, 82 in Harbour Island, Roxanne, Eleuthera, Alderstown, Cat Island, Stanley Key, Kemp Space, St. Andros, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros, all at 82 degrees. Picking up more 82s in San Salvador and Rum Key, in Ragged Island, Clarence Town, Long Island, Crooked Island 82, Betsy Bay, Megawana 83, Acklands 83, Matthew Town, Unago 82, and the Turks and Caicos Islands also at 82 degrees. And your boating forecast for today in the northwestern islands: light and variable winds, flat seas 1 to 3 feet over the ocean. Low tide will take place at 7:24 this morning. High tide at 1:48 in the afternoon. And for the central Bahamas, southeast winds 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4. And for the southeast Bahamas, southeast flow as well. Speeds a little stiffer at 12 to 18 knots, and the wave heights 3 to 6 feet. That's going to do it for your first look at weather the morning edition. Stay tuned. Your forecast for today and tonight is still ahead.
Well, it's your final commute of the week. Let's check in with our Jiminy DeSwain to see how things are shaping up on the streets with your Bahamas First traffic report.
The traffic report is sponsored by Bahamas First. First in insurance. Today, tomorrow.
Good morning, Keishla. Good morning, Bahamas. We're coming to you live from Bay Street, just up from the intersection of Frederick Street. Now, to find out what's happening on the streets, we now turn to Corporal Decore Barr of the Police Traffic Division. Good morning, Corporal Barr.
Good morning, Jiminita. Good morning, Bahamas.
Now, are there any areas of concern that motorists need to pay special attention to as they prepare to make their morning commute?
At this present time, we have no reports of any traffic accidents or congestions or any obstructions that would hinder motorists throughout their morning commutes.
Now, one of the things I note from down here is the fact that this traffic light is still out behind me. Some motorists, I guess, at the intersection are kind of trying to be a little bit impatient in their rush, but I think they need to be mindful of that at least.
Yes, we want to ask persons to pay special attention while in this area. Due to the traffic light being malfunctioning, we're going to have or see persons are trying to force their way into the streets. We're going to advise these persons that we're still going to have to ascertain our vehicle and make sure that we have a safe path before entering the main road.
Now, of course, it is Friday. Some persons may stop to their favorite spot after work. What do you say to them just to be mindful that we are going into the weekend as well?
Yes, we're going to advise these persons to, if you have to consume alcohol, do so responsibly. And we'd also ask that you pick the designated driver of your choice. Once you're a bit impaired, we tend to react a bit slow, and we don't need any other incidents this week.
All right. Well, thank you so much. That is, of course, Corporal Decore Barr of the Police Traffic Division. Make sure to buckle up as you enter your vehicle this morning. Back to you in studio, Keishla.
Well, more More than 200 officers from the Royal Bahamas Police Force were recognized at Government House yesterday after being awarded with Medals of Honor to highlight their years of dedication to the force. The ceremony held at Mount Fitzwilliam is the second of two held this week for officers who have displayed exceptional ability, long service, and exemplary conduct. The ceremony marked 280 officers awarded in total for meritorious service, 219 for long service, and one officer for gallantry. Governor General, His Excellency, the Honorable Cornelius Smith, commended officers for their hard work and diligence in serving the communities throughout the country.
Without a doubt, it has not been an easy task, for we know that such service was and will continue to be at great sacrifice, both to yourselves and to your families and your loved ones. We know too that your duties often required you to work around the clock and oftentimes in dangerous and life-threatening circumstances. Yet you have persevered despite these many challenges.
The election of officers takes place today at the Progressive Liberal Party convention taking place at the Melia Nassau Beach Resort. The only major race to watch, however, is that of chairman, which is being contested by incumbent Fred Mitchell and Obi Wilshcombe, the former member of parliament for West End and Grand Bahama. There was standing room only last night as delegates from across the country assembled for the convention's first night, featuring an array of speakers, which included new and familiar faces. Delivering the keynote address was Progressive Liberal Party Deputy Leader and Member of Parliament for Exuma and Ragged Island, Chester Cooper, who criticized the 2 years of Free National Movement governance by listing what would be accomplished by a Philip Brave Davis-led Progressive Liberal Party administration.
We can leap forward with the PLP on the issue of gender equality and citizenship reform. We can leap forward with our very own Ministry of Natural Resources, focus on utilizing and owning our natural resources like crown land, aggregates, salt, and aragonite. We can leap forward with a best-in-class sovereign wealth fund where the citizens of our country benefit from the harvesting of our own resources.
Well, stay with us. Still to come in the morning edition, we're going to London to visit the Queen. We'll be back right after this.
Look, it's simple. Fidelity can consolidate all your bills with their debt consolidation loan. Give you one monthly payment and money in your pocket.
So let me get this straight, Miss Financial Coach. You say something about cash in my pocket?
Yes.
And a savings plan with 5% interest? Wow, finally! A bank that's looking out for me. What you want me to sign?
That's not all. We also offer competitive interest rates and free financial coaching.
That's right, LD. You ain't MBA. Well, do I sign?
This is a PSA from We Buy, You Sell. The protection of your businesses, homes, and families is very important. We Buy, You Sell offers the best in hurricane impact windows and doors designed to withstand all categories of hurricanes, with prices beating our competitors by up to 50%. We also specialize in porcelain, mosaic, and plank tiles. We Buy, You Sell. Located at number 163 Robinson Road. Call 677-2856 or 324-6427. We Buy, You Sell. Come and see us today.
No. Wait, you lost your whole salary again?
You was one donkey.
Please, man, don't.
Excessive gambling beats you every time.
But tell her they robbed me again.
This message has been brought to you by the Gaming Board of the Bahamas, which encourages you to game responsibly.
That's the 5th time this month.
Tonight, the Northern Edition starts now.
You thought it was the talk of the town, but get ready for more.
More energy, more excitement, exhilarating, compelling, informative, educational talk on The Conversation.
I'm Shanique Miller. Pull up a chair with a cup of tea and join me weekdays at 4 on Radio Bahamas, 1540 AM, 104.5 FM, and The Light, 810 AM for The Conversation. I'm excited to have you around the table.
To wish a very happy anniversary to the team for the morning edition. It has turned out to be quite a good and positive program.
Welcome back. Well, the second annual awards reception honoring health and wellness professionals takes place tonight. Sherelle Brown, who is organizer of the event, is here this morning to tell us all about it. Sherelle, welcome to the morning edition.
I'm glad to be here.
Now, tell us what the focus is for you as you distribute awards tonight.
So what's happening is the War Against Obesity, the cause, is a health and wellness advocate agency. Our job is to help teach people to eat to live and not to die. And so this evening, we're going to be honoring 13 professionals from the health and wellness industry for their years of dedicated service and commitment to the Bahamian people for giving their lives to help save others.
Now, we hear a lot about eating the right foods. I think that movement has really taken off, and people who haven't caught something just don't want to.
Yes.
What is some of the advice that they've given people over the years, and what has the sector learned about what we're doing to our bodies with food?
Well, first of all, there's a quote: let your food be your medicine and let your medicine be your food. And so food is supposed to be fuel for our body, and so instead of us using it to self-medicate that's affecting us in an adverse state, we must use it to help propel our bodies. So first of all, life is a journey, and so unless you fuel your body for the journey, you won't be fit for the journey. And that is one of the core principal messages that those health and wellness professionals are teaching the Bahamian public. Let's not self-medicate with our food, but use it as fuel to keep us fit for the journey ahead in life.
And how does one connect with someone who may need assistance with your organization?
So of course, we're available on Facebook, Instagram, all social media platforms. We also have a website. They can go ahead and search us out. And of course, you can find me individually, Sherelle Brown, on all those platforms as well.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us on the morning edition. Great advice there.
Thank you. My pleasure.
All right. Well, the Bahamas National Youth Choir, meantime, is now back in the Bahamas following its summer tour, which took them to the UK. They took the culture of the Bahamas to the historic city of London, as Jiminy DeSwain tells us.
The Bahamas National Youth Choir took its summer tour to London, taking in the sights and sounds of the historic city, but also making its own impressions with performances in various locations. The 46th Independence celebrations hosted by the Bahamas High Commission to London was one such event.
We are delighted that you've accepted the invitation to come this afternoon to be with us. This is a very special day in the life of a vibrant democracy nestled in the Atlantic known as the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
That performance was at the International Maritime Organization. Next, the choir performed at St. Paul's, also known as the Actors Church in Covent Gardens. Were in the audience.
I started to dance in my seat. The only thing missing was the cowbells, but they did a wonderful job. They represented us really well. Well, you know, they raised the roof and brought down the house all at once. You know, it was just a fantastic performance. It is so descriptive and indicative of the talents, capacity, and creativity of the Bahamian people. All of the Bahamas was on display here in this church today.
The choir also took photographs at historic sites that included Trafalgar Square and Buckingham Palace. For choir director Dexter Fernandez, some locations were memorable.
Last night we were able to continue with evensong at the Cathedral, Westminster Abbey. Many of our state functions have happened at that location, so I was thankful to be there in that space.
And as for the impact they had on audiences,
I loved it. I thought they were full of joy. I thought they were full of energy, that's for sure. Youth choir, what a wonderful word is the word youth.
Joyful and fun and is totally fed my soul.
So we just came in to have a cup of coffee and then there they were, the Bahamas National Choir, and I was like, this is amazing.
Jiminy DeSwain for Catching the Feeling.
Well, do-it-yourself projects aren't uncommon, but how about pairing it with some wine and art classes? The Make and Take Crafting Studios did just that this summer with a special pop-up series they're hosting on the grounds of Bristol Cellars on Gladstone Road. Jiminy DeSwain explains.
Do you have some time you want to dedicate to an art project? Then the Wine and Craft pop-up event may just interest you. The second installment is set for this Sunday at the Premier Crew grounds at Gladstone Road. The face behind the event is Leanne Key, lead craft at the Make and Take Crafting Studio, who explains how the concept was born.
Well, everyone's about DIYing now, and so we wanted to take people's love of DIY, people's love of wine, and also have them create a personalized piece for their home that they can do in the class. They are working with a wooden piece, so they come with a bare piece, they stain the wooden class, they add a stencil, they paint a stencil, peel it back, and they can take their masterpiece home.
Key is a craft at heart, so she is definitely in her element.
I started the Make and Take Crafting Studio because I had I still have a business called the NASA Script Company, and people wanted something that they can take home immediately, something that was similar to what I do for weddings and for homes, but they kind of wanted to get involved. The stencils allow them to really predict the outcome because it's not a whole lot of hand-drawn things. They tell me what they want, we create the stencil, and so we can guarantee what the results will be like.
If you want to be a part of the event, check out the Make and Take Studios on social media. Manager Kyle Stubbs at Bristol Wines and Spirits says he just saw an easy way to pair wine with art.
Right, so the pop-ups is what's leading the scene, and I've watched Make and Take a Craft Studio for the last 6 months, and I just reached out and seen it as an opportunity to elevate the conversation on wine while we enjoy art. The two exciting wines that we've been selling out of inside in terms of Bristol's, but during the first series, very warm reception, and so we're bringing them back for the second series in the Chateau Saint Michel. One is a Riesling and one is a Rosé. We are in Rosé season.
Sub says the event allows persons the opportunity to get a basic understanding and appreciation for wine, and it appeals to a cross-section of people.
First, we were looking at newlyweds, young couples who cementing lifelong journeys. Sunday coming, it's all about friends and families, so make it a girls' night out kind of situation, but to enjoy wine and art and craft. And then in August, we one focus towards teachers and educators as they prepare to go back to the classroom to create nameplates, quotations for classroom and that kind of stuff.
So if you're looking for something to do this coming Sunday, consider making the Wine and Craft event something you may want to attend. Jiminy DeSwain, ZNS Network News.
Well, it's Friday, so you know what that means. It's time for our entertainment series. Our Jiminy DeSwain is standing by with that.
Well, thanks, Keisha. It's time for the Junkanoo Summer Festival. And joining us this morning for entertainment will be Victor Johnson and Elsher McPhee. Good morning. You're both of the MAVS organization. Yes. So tell us what's going on with the Summer Festival, Victor?
Well, the Junkanoo Summer Festival is happening. It's in full swing. It's happening every Saturday in this month, as well as a little bit into August. And we're just here to talk about and encourage people to come out and enjoy the local entertainment, the local Bahamian food, great vibes.
Now, Elsher, what are you going to be performing for us this morning?
I'm going to be performing an original song. It's called We Are the Future of Our Culture. So I'll also be performing at the Junkanoo Music Festival next week, Saturday. So I think it's a good opportunity for you to see young Bahamian talent, which is the Ministry of Tourism is sponsoring. So we feel really supported by our government.
So you're excited, and we'll hear what that's all about.
Yes.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Victor. I'll get Olivia away, Elsher, so we can hear what you bring for us this morning.
Yes.
Junkanoo running through my bones. The music got me breaking scripts, taking control. I got the music calling me. It's my history jamming when we hit the beat. Here we go. Here we are with the future of our culture. I need them drums, Junkanoo in the room. Awesome move. Play me the tum-tum, we dancing to Junkanoo. We shaking with red and script. We know that heel and toe. We dancing to Junkanoo. We shaking with red and script. We know that heel and toe. Stomping the road up and down, dancing all around. Don't you know it's going down? What's going down? Culture is calling me by my name. I ain't never ashamed. Jamming through sunshine and the rain. Here we are with the future of our culture. I need them drums, Junkanoo in the room. Awesome move. Play me the tum-tum, we dancing to Junkanoo. We shaking with red and script. We know that heel and toe. We dancing to Junkanoo. We shaking with red and script. We know that heel and toe. Good morning, Mr. Fisher. Good morning, Father Brown. We gon' meet you to Main Street where it's going down. We do it like no other. I learned it from my mother. So tell me if you're ready. I'm ready. Here we are with the future of our culture. I need them drums, Junkanoo, Junkanoo, Junkanoo. Yeah. Tell me dancing to Junkanoo. We shaking with red and script. We know that heel and toe. We dancing to Junkanoo. We shaking with red and script. We know that heel and toe. Junkanoo, break and split. Junkanoo, break and split. Junkanoo, break and split. Junkanoo, break and split.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Fisher.
I just was going to ask you if you heard that.
I heard
the
that
song
shout-out.
written especially for me. Good morning, Mr. Fisher, but I don't know who's from abroad.
Oh, I don't know. We may meet him in Cat Island.
Yeah, that's some music. You get ready for that rake and scrape. You'll be down in Cat Island. What are you looking forward to most next week?
Well, I haven't been to Cat Island in a long time. I've visited the island a couple of times, but it's going to be good to see what it looks like now and always to get that island feel and some fresh air.
Well, I'm looking forward to just being around those nice persons in Cat Island and getting some of that Manish water. You know what that is. You saw me eat that earlier this year. You have to try that, Keisha. You got to get some flour cake. We got to have some entertainment. We want everybody in Cat Island to come out and join us on the morning edition. We'll be from different locations each morning, so come on down and watch the ZNS crew do its thing.
It's going to be an adventure. So what's coming up in sports?
Coming up in sports is the final day of the Caribbean Amateur Junior Golf Championships at Albany. Hopefully the weather will be good for our golfers as they swing their way to a championship.
Well, stay tuned. There's more in the morning edition. Stay with us.
Going to Cat Island, oh, Cat Island.
Everybody, I on TV. Look, I on TV. Mom, guess what it is? That's me. Fontaine, do you see me? I on television. I gotta tell my girlfriend I on television.
Hello?
Babe, turn your television to ZNS. Quick, I'm on television.
I don't have a TV in there.
We have Wi-Fi though.
We have Wi-Fi.
That's fine. They upgrade now. You can watch it live from your phone. You just have to download the app.
All right, hold on.
Go to the App Store, type in ZNS, download the app, and you'll be able to watch ZNS straight from your phone. Hurry up and start over again.
Get your news and more anytime, anywhere with the new ZNS app. Stay connected from around the globe with our live stream news updates, all in the palm of your hand. You can also listen to the ZNS Radio Network for your favorite music. Go into your Apple or Google Play Store and download the ZNS app today.
Miss I's a star now. I still gotta pay?
Our marine resources were once considered inexhaustible. Conch and reef fish like grouper were abundant everywhere, and it seemed as if the lobster catch would rise forever. But today, there is a downward trend that affects everyone. Researchers say we can reverse the trend by protecting more marine habitats. And the good news is that most Bahamians strongly support efforts to halt further decline. Tripling the size of our network of marine parks will mean more fish and conch for everyone, now and for the future, as well as more recreational and ecotourism opportunities. Today, only 10% of our waters are protected. Surveys show that most Bahamians consider protection of our marine environment to be a top national priority. More protection means more benefits for everyone, now and in the future. It's a win-win-win strategy for the economy, for Bahamians, and for nature. Protect our sea, protect our way of life, protect the Bahamas. See the future. Visit Bahamas Protected on Facebook to learn more about marine protected areas.
So I wish to say happy anniversary to the Morning Edition crew. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. And to the team, thank you so much for your hard work.
Good morning, welcome to your TGIF Look at Sports. Team Bahamas rebounding from their opening game loss at the FIBA Americas Under-17 Boys Central Basket Tournament yesterday. Malik Joseph led the 2-4-2 with 20. Ramad Dean chipped in with 13 points, 12 rebounds. Dayton Albee 12 points, 6 steals. Tyler Pinden 9, Donato Ali 8. And Chester McPhee 5 points, 11 rebounds, 2 block shots as the Bahamas put their frustrations out on El Salvador with an 86-56 thumping. Head coach Quentin 3-ounce Hall and Malik on the turnaround.
Yesterday, the last 5 minutes, how they ended the game, I think carried over into today's game, and that was really important. Teams now, as they scout you, they tend to say, okay, we got a pinpoint on this one and that one, but now when you got a pinpoint on 6 and 7 guys scoring in double figures, just a harder team to scout.
Yeah, yesterday's game was a tough loss. We played hard, we played as a team, but we didn't come out with the win. But today we came out with a better momentum. We played physically, we played hard, and we played as a team today. Just had to play team ball, you know. My teammates was helping me out all through the way. And I had to give all the thanks and glory to God because He gave me the ability to come out there and play strong and play hard.
Now the Bahamas will take on the U.S. Virgin Islands this afternoon at 5:45. The winner of this game advances to Saturday's semi-final. USVI was beaten solidly by Puerto Rico yesterday, 96-50. The Bahamas' only loss to Puerto Rico was by 5.
You know, we gotta just rest our bodies. We gotta have our mind locked in, come out, play hard, strong, just like we did today, and play as a team.
I know the coaches are gonna stick around and come up with a game plan for USVI tomorrow, and let's see how we go to practice in the morning and walk through and see what we come up as a group.
They entered the final day of the Caribbean Amateur Junior Golf Championships at Albany. In the 11 and 13 boys, Diego Azar in the lead by 7 strokes. He duplicated his score from yesterday and now sits at 6 over. In the 15 and under boys, Heathcliff Kane has dropped to a tie for 4th, 9 shots off the lead at plus 16 with the second round 82. Zion Taylor is down to 15th at 31 over after shooting an 85 in round 2, while Benjamin Knowles has moved up into a tie for 13 at plus 30 with the second round 77. In the 18 and under boys, Sakeeth Hedge has dropped 1 spot to 7th and is 18 over after the second round 84. Dominic Graves shot at 121 in second round and remains 50th at plus 82. In the 11 and 12, 13 girls, Tanisha Tynes has dropped to 5th at 42 over after the second round 99. In the 15 and under girls, Sophia Nan continues to lead the way. She had a second round 74 and has a 1-shot lead at 1 under. Kendall Campbell remains 8th at plus 41 with the second round 91. And as for the 18 under girls, Haley Turnquest and Ashley Michelle have both moved up a spot, 4th and 6th respectively at plus 22 and 27 over. As for the team standings, the Bahamas on top in the 11 and 13 boys and 15 and under girls. The 18 and under girls are 3rd, while the 11 and 13 girls, 15 and under, and 18 and under boys are in 4th. Once again, they'll be hitting the course in another few minutes, 8:30 over at the Albany Resort. And that's going to do it for your TGIF Look at Sports. I'm Charles Fisher. Thanks for watching. Now, turn it back over to Keishla Smith.
Well, that's a wrap for us today. Make sure to call in now with those clues for the week. Call Charles Fisher at 502-3880. Good luck on your weekend stay at Comfort Suites. Good morning.